Tools of the trade refers to the essential tools or equipment necessary for a specific profession or activity, often highlighting the importance of quality and functionality in achieving success. General definition: the phrase tools of the trade encompasses the various instruments, equipment, or skills that are fundamental to performing a job effectively. This can apply to a wide range of professions, from carpentry and plumbing to cooking and digital design. The term emphasizes the significance of having the right tools to enhance productivity and quality of work. Construction. For carpenters and builders, essential tools might include saws, hammers, drills, and measuring tapes. These tools are crucial for executing precise work and ensuring safety on the job site. Digital design. In graphic design, tools of the trade may include software like Adobe Photoshop or Illustrator, as well as hardware like graphic tablets. These tools enable designers to create high-quality visual content.
Tools of the Trade Cookware. Brand overview. Tools of the Trade is a cookware brand developed for Macy's department stores, offering a range of affordable and functional kitchen tools. Their product line includes non-stick and stainless steel cookware sets, which are designed for everyday cooking needs. Types of screwdrivers. Nut driver, socket tool used for turning nuts and bolts. Yankee screwdriver uses a spring-loaded mechanism for easy operation. Flat/slotted screwdriver features a chisel-like blade for driving slotted screws. Phillips screwdriver has a flared plus sign head for better grip on screws. Hex screwdriver, also known as an Allen wrench, it is a six-sided tool for hexagonal screws. Torx screwdriver features a star-shaped tip for high-torque applications. Types of hammers. Claw hammer, widely used tool for driving nails and removing them. Ball peen hammer, designed for shaping metal and closing rivets. Framing hammer, heavy hammer used for driving large nails in construction. Stonemason's hammer, used for breaking stones and rough masonry work. Soft-faced hammer, has a head made of rubber or plastic to prevent damage. Sledgehammer, large hammer used for heavy demolition tasks. Bush hammer, used for texturizing stone and concrete surfaces. Dead blow hammer, minimizes rebound for controlled striking. Gavel, small hammer used to call for order in meetings. Power hammer, uses compressed air for heavy metal shaping. Air hammer, pneumatic tool for cutting and shaping materials. Spike maul, used for securing train tracks. Electrician's hammer, features a unique claw angle for electrical work. Welder's hammer, used to remove waste material around welds. Drywall hammer, designed for installing drywall without damaging it. Tack hammer, used for binding upholstery with small nails. Blacksmith's hammer, used for forging and shaping hot metals. Lineman's hammer, used for hammering bolts into utility poles. Mechanic's hammer, used for removing dents from car doors. Chasing hammer, used for metalwork and riveting tasks.
und Sonnenschein. Unser
Jackhammers are powerful tools used primarily for breaking up concrete, asphalt, and other hard surfaces. Whether you're tackling a DIY demolition project or working on a construction site, choosing the right jackhammer depends on your needs and the job's intensity.
You can accurately calibrate your torque wrench at home by using simple tools like a calibrated weight, a vise, and a measuring tape, ensuring reliable torque readings and prolonging your wrench's lifespan. Essential tools for calibration. Bench vise or clamp. A sturdy bench vise is needed to securely hold the square drive end of the torque wrench horizontally during calibration without damaging the tool known weight. A precise, standardized weight, usually between 20 to 35 pounds or approximately 9 to 15 kilograms, is used to apply torque force by hanging it from the handle of the wrench. This weight serves as the calibration force string or rope. Thin but strong string or rope is used to suspend the weight from a marked reference point on the wrench handle without obstructing movement or touching the ground. Measuring tape or ruler, used to measure and mark the exact distance from the square drive, where sockets attach, to the point on the wrench handle where the weight will be hung. Accurate measurement is crucial for calculating torque marker or pen, to mark the precise measurement point on the torque wrench handle for consistent calibration. Application screwdriver or hex key. Some torque wrenches include an internal adjustment screw that can be turned to adjust calibration. This requires a screwdriver or hex key to fine-tune the torque wrench after test. Type of square. A machinist's square or engineer's square is the metalworker's equivalent of a tri-square. It consists of a steel blade inserted and either welded or pinned into a heavier body at an angle of 90 degrees.
Swift and precise dial calipers use adjustable jaws that slide along a beam to measure between two opposite sides of a tool or part, which offers a maximum measurement size of 6 inches, 12.54 centimeters, with fine graduation marks of 0.001 inch, ideal for precision tasks. High accuracy ensures reliable measurements with an accuracy of ±0.002 inch and ±0.04 millimeters, and a ±0.0012 tilde ±0.0015 indication error, suitable for detailed work. Analog display features an analog display for straightforward and traditional measurement reading, catering to those who prefer non-digital tools. Versatile measurement with stainless steel material, it is capable of performing four-way measurements: internal dimensions, external dimensions, depth, and step dimensions, providing flexibility for various applications and needs.
A drill press vise is an essential tool accessory designed to firmly hold workpieces in place during drilling, ensuring precision, stability, and safety. What is a drill press vise? A drill press vise is a clamping device attached to the table of a drill press that securely grips materials like wood, metal, or plastic while drilling. It typically features two adjustable jaws that tighten around the workpiece to prevent movement or slipping during operations. This stability allows for accurate, clean holes and enhances user safety by freeing both hands for operating the drill press. Types of drill press vices. Standard drill press vices. Basic two-jaw vices for holding flat or irregular materials securely. Cross-slide drill press vices, equipped with mechanisms to move the workpiece precisely in horizontal directions, X and Y axes, enabling more accurate positioning. Tilting angle drill press vices. These vices can tilt the workpiece to specific angles for angled drilling. Key features to consider. Jaw width and capacity. This determines the maximum size of the workpiece the vise can hold. Common jaw widths range from 3 to 6 inches. Material and build. Durable materials like cast iron or steel offer longevity and stability. Some vices have powder-coated finishes to resist wear. Mounting options. Most vices have mounting slots or holes for bolting securely to the drill press table, preventing unwanted movement. Some can also be clamped for quick positioning. Clamping force. This indicates how firmly the vise can grip the workpiece. Higher clamping strength is better for tougher materials. Digital depth micrometers are precision measuring tools used to measure the depth of slots, holes, and projections with high accuracy, typically offering resolutions of 0.0001 inches or better. Features and specifications. Measurement range. Digital depth micrometers can measure depths typically ranging from 0 to 9 inches, 225 millimeters, or more, depending on the model. Some models come with interchangeable rods to extend measurement capabilities. Accuracy. Most digital depth micrometers provide an accuracy of ±0.0001 inches, ±0.002 millimeters, making them suitable for precise engineering and manufacturing applications. Display. They feature a digital display that shows measurements clearly, allowing for easy reading and reducing the chances of human error associated with manual readings. Construction. These tools are typically made from durable materials to withstand regular use in various environments, including workshops and laboratories. A lathe dial indicator is a precision measuring tool used in machining to measure small distances or changes in position. Here are some key points. Functionality. It typically features a plunger that moves in and out, rotating a needle on a dial face to indicate measurements, usually calibrated in increments of 0.001. Types. The Starrett dial test indicator is a popular choice, known for its balanced dial and precise measurements, making it suitable for machining, layout, and inspection work. Usage. Dial indicators are essential for ensuring accuracy in machining processes, helping to measure tolerances and alignments effectively. For purchasing options, you can find various lathe dial indicators on platforms like Amazon. A go/no-go gauge is an inspection tool used to check a workpiece against its allowed tolerances via a go/no-go test. Its name is derived from two tests. The check involves the workpiece having to pass one test, go, and fail the other, no-go. For example, ISO 1502 sets a standard for screw threads and gauging to test them. It establishes the attribute T as go for the major diameter and the attribute Z as no-go for the pitch diameter. The inspection tool has two threaded components. For example, there would be two female sections on a gauge to test a threaded male workpiece such as a screw. If the major diameter of a screw is too large, it will not fit in the T-test thread at all, fail. If the major diameter is too small, the fit is sloppy, fail. If the thread has been cut too deep, it screws into the Z-test thread, fail. If it is the right size and only does about 3 turns, the fit is right, pass. Plug gauge. These gauges are referred to as plug gauges. They are used in the manner of a plug. They are generally assembled from standard parts, where the gauge portion is interchangeable with other gauge pieces, obtained from a set of pin-type gauge blocks, and a body that uses the collet principle to hold the gauges firmly. To use this style of gauge, one end is inserted into the part first, and depending on the result of that test, the other end is tried. A feeler gauge is a tool used to measure gap widths. Feeler gauges are mostly used in engineering to measure the clearance between two parts. Description: they consist of a number of small lengths of steel of different thicknesses with measurements marked on each piece. They are flexible enough that, even if they are all on the same hinge, several can be stacked together to gauge intermediate values. It is common to have two sets, one for imperial units, typically measured in thousandths of an inch, and one for metric, typically measured in hundredths of a millimeter, measurements, with intervals of thousandths of an inch and hundredths of a millimeter being roughly in the same order of magnitude. The same device with wires of specific diameter instead of flat blades is used to set the gap in spark plugs to the correct size. This is done by increasing or decreasing the gap until the gauge of the correct size just fits inside the gap. The lengths of steel are sometimes called leaves or blades, although they have no sharp edge. Stainless steel is a common material for feeler gauges. Some feeler gauge sets have a single blade of brass due to the historical reason that early electronic ignition systems required the air gap between the reluctor and the pickup part being set with a non-ferrous metal.
When servicing homeowners, plumbers are constantly faced with a number of challenges, such as navigating small spaces, avoiding health hazards, and a variety of other challenges. Whether you are a residential plumber or a commercial plumber, these challenges require the right plumber tools and a specific skill set. The Klein Tools utility borescope captures a clear view of hard-to-reach areas. It comes with a 10-foot, 3 meters, nylon USB-C detachable snake, magnet, hook, and mirror attachments. It has an 5.5 mm waterproof, IP67, camera with adjustable LEDs with 4 brightness levels. It features a 4.3-inch color LCD monitor with 854 by 480 resolution, 3x zoom, and 180-degree screen view rotation. You can view captured video/images on the display or transfer to your PC using the USB-C interface. Plumbing tools help fix and install water systems. These tools are important for every plumber. Without the right plumbing tools, It is hard to fix leaking pipes, install faucets, or clear clogged drains. Both professionals and homeowners use plumbing tools to keep water systems working properly.